If this episode resonated, please share it with another mum who might need it. Follow us on socials at Burnt Out Mummas.
Check out our journey and we will help you to reconnect with yourself again. Please subscribe and download to all our episodes. It helps us a ton and keeps this podcast going.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Burnt Out Mummas. Well, welcome back. So today we're talking about something I think every single mum feels but doesn't always say it out loud. And that is, what is it, Paisley?
Guilt.
And it's not just normal guilt, but the kind of guilt you feel when you do something for yourself, even something so small like going for a coffee, going to the gym, taking a break, or just wanting a bit of headspace. Why does it feel wrong? And why does it feel like we're being selfish when actually we're just being human? So today we're unpacking that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Where this guilt comes from, why it's so strong, and whether it actually needs to be there at all. So going from that,
where do you think the guilt actually comes from?
I don't know. Well, what we do next week, we've just booked to go to cinema to see the Michael Jackson film.
Kid free.
However, I do feel guilty, and I can't help it. Like, because I feel I'm leaving my 7-month-old. Bear in mind, we're going at 8:00 at night. But in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, what if he wakes up? What if he needs a feed? When I know he won't, but that is my guilt.
And he's still early days. I had that in the early days.
Yeah.
I don't have it so much now.
Yes.
But even like things like going to the gym, I feel guilty. Why do I feel that if it's in the evenings?
Yeah.
In their time?
Yeah.
Why? Or is it me making an excuse?
Well, I think, there's two things, isn't there? Like, I think also it's what's put upon us on, like, why do we feel guilty? We're meant to be this good mum, like, we're there all the time for the children. But actually, someone said to me once, you also need the time for you as a person, because you need to still grow, and you need to how can you look after your children if you're not 100% yourself there?
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Actually, there was a celebrity recently. Is it Ashley Roberts? Is it Ashley Roberts?
Yeah.
And she went away for her birthday. Was it to the Maldives? Somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And she said, and everyone was giving her grief. She's like, I just need this time alone to recharge, to come back and be the best mum I can be.
Well, this is it. And this is what someone said to me. Like,
we should get her on the podcast.
Yeah, she would be wicked, actually. But yeah, I think that is 100% it. It's like being able to give 100%, but also taking the time out for you to recuperate in the same way.
I get it from where you're coming from, because you're still breastfeeding. So it's those feeds are quite timed. Like even today, we're like, right, we've got to get this podcast out now because I've got to time it in between the feeds.
Yeah.
And then you feel guilty if they're crying or taking that time away.
Yeah, and it is... I just don't think it goes as a mother, does it?
I felt guilty as well the first time I dropped Sunny off to nursery. Yes. And actually, I do feel like I could have kept it at home a bit longer. But I think at the time I was staying at mum's because in between houses. And I think she was like, are you going to sign him up for nursery? Because he was really lively. She was caring for my granddad. So I was like, yeah. And everyone in society, I can't tell you the amount of times someone said to me when the kids were little, oh, when are they going to nursery? As if it was the done thing. And I was like, well, I'm lucky enough to be at home quite a lot, so they don't have to go yet, but it'll be good for their socialization. But I felt a real guilt. And when it wasn't the right nursery for him for 2 weeks and he came back crying, it was just before COVID kicked in, I had the worst guilt. And to this day, I feel like something in there triggered for his eating habits. I can't put it on that, but he was eating fine before he went. And when they send you those pictures, so it was an all singing, all dancing new nursery. We all got drawn into it, but actually the basis of nurturing, I don't think was there. So
it's that nurturing, but it's also when you put your child into nursery, you're putting like your whole trust into them to nurture your child how you would.
Yeah. And the second nursery after COVID and everything was absolutely phenomenal. It's just that first one wasn't a right fit for him. But I felt so guilty that I'd left him there for those weeks, within even the pictures they send you, he looked so unhappy. And I said to Mum, and the moment started from the minute I turned around the corner to go into the nursery on the main road, he'd get the worst anxiety and kicking. He went from a really happy toddler. And I said to Mum, I said, this is just not sitting right with me. It's not feeling right. And I said, I'm pulling him out.
And I think that is the best thing as a mother, is just going with your gut instinct, isn't it? If you feel that something's not right.
Saying that, with Sadie's school, we had that, and I was going to pull her out. But the minute I was going to pull her out, she turned a corner and she was just playing me all along.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, school is a little bit different because I feel like they're a little bit older, they're a bit more knowing. And also, it's a big jump, like from nursery to school.
It is. And when they're unhappy, it makes you feel unhappy. You think, have I done the right thing? You always question yourself as a mum.
Yeah. And I do, it's, guilt is in our blood. I think it's something that is very hard to get rid of, isn't it? Like, it's just always going to be there for us.
Especially when you go out, I think, when they're in the early, I think we went out a few times and I left Sonny with my partner and he came out and he went, he's not stopped crying, he's not stopped screaming. And I was just like, oh, I shouldn't, it just shouldn't have, he's too early to leave him. I should have just gone out, and I shouldn't have thought like that.
Yeah.
But I think I probably just turned a lot of things down just for the ease of it, thinking he's happier with me because he was breastfed as well for a long time.
And I think you overcompensate. And this is, say someone's looking after your child or childminder, I think the guilt kicks in because you're like, right, I must pack this, I must pack that, I must pack that because I'm not there. So you overcompensate in what you need to give your child.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you need the things like your food and everything else, but you kind of overcompensate a bit, don't you?
Well, it's having that good mum image all the time, isn't it? I mean, what is a good mum? I always say as well, like, there's so much guilt as well around breastfeeding, bottle feeding. I just think in the end of the day, they're all going to grow up at one point, eat McDonald's, Haribo and all the crap that's out there in the food. You've just got to be the mum that you need to be.
Yeah.
Don't feel guilty about it. You've got to do what gets you through.
Yeah. And actually, I think that is a really good thing because, well, one of my big things of guilt was because I had another child that was like 5 when I had a baby. So I suffered, I think I talked about it when I just had the baby.
Oh, yeah, second child syndrome.
Yeah, the guilt kicked in. Oh, you must have had it, did you?
I did, because me and Sonny were very, very close and we used to travel together, and she was very demanding, Sadie, and she wouldn't let me cuddle Sonny.
Yeah.
And I felt very guilty.
Yeah, and this is exactly the same situation I'm in, and I'm sure there's lots of other mums that feel like
so
that.
I said to myself, I should have waited another year.
Yeah,
but you can't plan it.
You can't plan it. And also, it's, you did say to me the other day, they've got to learn these life lessons. They've got to learn to share. They've got to learn disappointment.
Yeah,
things
being
like
let down.
Being let down. Because obviously that goes on to another thing, like your children being let down by other children or things like that. And
promises, broken promises.
Which we've not given to them, but other people may. And
you take that guilt on, don't you?
You take that guilt on a parent. Like, say, for example, like someone said, right, I'll come and see them on Saturday. They get all geared up for it. They're counting down the sleeps, and then the person cancels.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how do you deal with that? You feel so guilty as a parent. And I feel like that's something where they've got to learn disappointment.
Yeah, because in life it won't always go their way.
Always go their way. And there will be people that cancel and you like last minute and things like that.
And then there's things like social media. So I remember when the kids were younger and I used to say to Mum, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. Like, there's all these people out there taking to the farm, taking to these activities. And she was like, do you know what?
I always felt like that.
When you were younger, you were just happy being with us, whether that was going around the supermarket or coming out to the shops or you just wanted to play and be with us. There was none of this special club for this, special club for that. I mean, it's great to take them and meet other mums, but I don't feel like you should be guilt tripped and spending loads of money.
Yeah.
Or if it's not fitting in with your lifestyle, you don't have to do those things.
I'm not a big one on baby clubs. Like, I've just not got the time to do it. And that is one thing that I said, like, when I had Lex, I was like, oh, I really want to take him to, like, baby clubs and stuff like that. I really want to do it different this time because I only was in COVID. But it's come round to it and I've not had the bloody time.
Yeah, but you're running a business and actually I do think they can get a lot of stimulation out in the environment. Go for a walk with them. They're so happy.
Yeah.
But you've also, I I suppose we can't judge because we've got a big family and you've got a big friendship network, so you're not alone. But I suppose for those mums that are on their own, they do fill up a lot of time. Like, do you remember when you joined David Lloyd and you went there for the creche so you could work out?
Yeah, I mean, that
didn't work out.
My workout didn't work out because I used to, my little Iona, Miss Madame Fifi, she used to literally, I would be in a class and the creche manager would have to come out of the creche and knock on the door, and she'd be like waving at me, and as soon as I saw the creche uniform I was like, oh no, and I was thinking, please say that's for another mum. Please say that's for another mum. And it was always me. So sorry. Iona's really screaming. She's upsetting the rest of the children in the creche. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. So my workout didn't work out.
And then did you feel guilty?
I just quit the gym in the end. I was like, do you know what? This isn't working out. And I found an amazing lady, Pieta, where I do my home workouts. And I haven't even put myself through that with Lex because I thought, do you know what? He's too young to be left with people he doesn't know. Like, because she was one of these children that just wouldn't go to anyone. Would she? She still is now. Very.
It's just her personality, and Madame Fifi is exactly how you describe it. But every child is different. Sadie could be left, but Sonny didn't like being left a lot of the time. And I even like leaving him with Mum. I felt guilty. So on the way back from the school run, when we were in between houses, I used to go to the gym, but I never stayed for the spa because I felt guilty.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I used to do.
Why didn't you go to the spa? And I was like, because I felt like it was too much for you. I needed to come home. Yes, it was always like flying visits, and then I didn't feel relaxed going. So I thought, well, that sort of takes away why I'm going to try and relax.
Yeah, it's so true.
But
and it is, we carry a lot of guilt in a lot of things we do. Another thing, like for mums, is like, do I breastfeed? Do I feed? You know, breastfeeding's too much, or is, you know, feeding from the bottle? Like, and it's a big choice to make. And no matter what choice you make, but everybody suffers guilt. Even when I stopped breastfeeding with Iona, I suffered guilt after.
Well, I did, because my milk dried up at 8 months with Sonny, and I don't think, because he was my first baby and I was doing a lot, Mum was like, the best mothers are the lazy mothers, meaning the less running around and stressed you are, your milk should come in more. So when obviously she said try and relax a bit more at home, and I was like, I just can't, there's so much to do. I'm going to relax more with Sadie, but I don't think he was being fed enough, so I had to go on the bottle. And and he got really bad eczema, and I was like, oh, I've caused it. So there was always that guilt. And even now his immune system's not great, whereas Sadie was breastfed for ages and she's a lot stronger, and I always have that comparison with the two. I think, and I just end up beating myself up sometimes, and I try and stop. It's that changing your thought process.
It is.
Also, another thing is routine with your children. So I think, you know, I used to meet up with some friends. They were like, we can only meet in between 1 and 2 because the baby's having a nap. And they stuck to that routine. And I was like, but what happens when you have a second? Like, it works. Some children have to have that routine. I think you had to have it, didn't you?
Well, I had it with Iona, but with the second child,
they have to come along with you. But I try and say to people, I'm like, just relax. Like, if you are feeling lonely, I do think a good thing to join is a sports club. Like, our football club is so good, so we can have a socialisation with the adults, and I don't feel guilty because the children are on the field kicking a ball, playing football. When it comes to they doing events and trophies and things.
This is at your football
club. Yeah. So I think if you are on your own or you want to join a community as well, get them in a sports club,
or even a dance school.
Dance school. Yeah,
the children love it. The parents all really get along really well, and we
do
just
shows.
Had Jennifer on our podcast last week, didn't we?
Oh, the Working Mums Club.
The Working Mums Club.
What a great idea!
Fantastic idea. So
you can work and put them in the nursery
whilst mums smash up work in like 3
hours.
Or
she said you could go off. Because it's a nursery, not creche, because then you can leave them.
And you can work, and it's a cafe as well. So fantastic idea.
Without feeling guilty.
And also, there's so many other elements that kick in. Not getting enough sleep. Are you being the best parent? Like, you know, when you don't get enough sleep, your tolerance
gets lower. Mine's been like that the last 2 days of them getting them ready for school.
I mean, but then after you sit with guilt and you think, oh my God, I just exploded this one and I really didn't need to.
Well, I feel guilty now when they're not ironed in them, their summer dresses. This morning I was like, in my head, Mum was like, it's not been ironed. How could she not send her child to school without it being ironed? Well, they went to school. But I thought, you know what, once her bow's done at the back and she's played for an hour, it will look creased anyway. We were doing the garden on Sunday and I just didn't have time to steam their stuff.
What? Life's too short to be bloody steaming clothes on Sunday.
Do you know what? Quite frankly, I don't care what people think of me. I actually don't, to that level.
Mum was like, you didn't, did you? And Paisley was like, yeah, I did.
I don't. It's like she's going to school, she's in a dress. It wasn't creased. It was just a bit crumpled.
Your child doesn't smell. That's a good thing.
If I was rich, I'd have a housekeeper. Yeah, I'd have a nice house, nicer. But look, I'm juggling. We would get
the clothes ironed, but we're not.
I've just lost enthusiasm for ironing and steaming this week. I'm not bothered.
Talking about like,
do I feel guilty? No,
I know. But like, the thing with me is, I'm just like trying to like just function on a daily basis. Like it's like the sleep. So hence why, guys, I'm drinking matcha. My matcha I actually love this make. It's reformed.
They've sent us a load of products, haven't they?
We've got 20% code off.
20% code off. Have a look at our stories and £70 worth of free products.
Yeah, so we're amazing. But this I have every day with coconut milk, and I'm not selling it to you guys, but
are you feeling guilty for drinking it?
No, I'm drinking it and I'm breastfeeding with it as well. Like matcha, I would prefer to drink matcha because it's like a healthy caffeine rather than coffee. And
you drink it, yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I love it. Do you know what people say? It tastes like earth. But
it's a love-hate. It's like Marmite.
This one's got collagen and lion's mane in.
Oh, yeah, well. I've kept the coffee side of it, so I'm going to try it again. It's an acquired taste, so
matcha, you either love it or hate it.
Yeah,
it's got like an earthy taste to it, but I love the earth anyway, don't I?
Yeah, so that does well. But another thing I was going to say was about feeling guilty.
Paisley can't function today because she's really tired.
I actually feel burnt out this week. And I haven't done anything in particular to feel burnt out, but I think
every podcast we do. We say I feel really burnt out.
No, but it's mental fatigue of making decisions. So we get planning for the property on the 12th of May, and had a bit of a disappointment with the insurance. I'd love to do a whole podcast about insurance. So, but yeah, just I think making decisions constantly. I haven't even done anything, I don't think, to warrant me feeling this burnt out. But last night I sat on the sofa and I couldn't even talk to my partner. I felt like he said, "You look like a caterpillar," all like wrapped up in like. I just wanted to be cozy. I had all my blankets around me, with my head out.
Do you know what that is as well? Have you tried them heavy blankets? Because they're meant to make you feel really grounded, aren't they?
Really, but I just couldn't even speak.
Weighted
what is that?
Blanket.
And I couldn't. I couldn't. He folded all the washing on the table. It's still there this morning, and I was just like, I've lost my motivation for housework.
I think it's okay to be like that because I think that's your body telling you, right, I just need to take a little bit of time out.
I haven't exercised. I haven't done anything that justifies, like, I feel guilty for feeling tired. How about that?
Well, I've got something to say about feeling tired.
Yeah.
So I always remember this thing that I read, and it always was energy creates energy.
Yes.
So it's just like an energy.
I've got to change my energy, yeah.
So actually, if you did, you would probably feel more energy if
I did a workout. And that's what I was thinking last night. I need to join something in the evenings. That I have one night a week where it's just me time.
You time, yeah.
Because I did the reformer.
You haven't had you time in a long time.
And I pulled a muscle and ended up in hospital. And I haven't found my thing yet. And I'm like, I'd love to do.
You should go back to reformer.
A dance class.
Loved it.
Can you not create an adult dance class? I find the gym boring. It's not for me.
I mean, every week you say, "Why don't you do this?" And I feel like my brain.
I've just told her like what she needs to do. So basically, we're recruiting for an audition dance crew, and I was like, "You need to get it out there. We need to get a different, like all different." Yeah.
We've got to get talent
in. So I was like thinking of Britain's Got Talent. This is what you need to do. And she's looking at me and she's like, I just don't have time. I need a marketing team.
I do need a marketing team. If there's anybody
hello.
out there that wants to join my parade in marketing, like I'd love to talk to you, because
it's so hard juggling it all.
Juggling absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm
doing like as much as I can. But saying that,
do you think dads feel the same pressure?
No, I don't think they do.
I don't think Errol feels guilty about one thing in his life.
Oh, don't.
He said to me the other day, can you stop putting me on socials because everyone keeps commenting?
Oh.
Like airport man and stuff. But it's just his character.
In his gilet.
He's always cold, so
it's so funny. When we went to Full Adventure, he was complaining the whole time. He was like, why have you taken me to the coldest country?
He had his thermal jacket on the whole way through until it was like 30 degrees.
We had about 3 days of sun, but the rest of it was really windy.
Dark Turkish,
we still had like our t-shirts on, because it wasn't like cold wind, but Errol found it really cold.
It's really, I mean, he's only just taken his thermals off. He's tropical. He likes to be in the heat. I remember when we went to Mauritius, he was like, it's better not be cold. I said, don't worry, it won't be. And he got off the plane and he was just dripping in sweat. He was like, oh, this is really hot.
Yeah. It was like literally the other extreme.
So yeah, would I say they feel guilty? Like if I say to him, this week, I'm like, can you put up our splashback for the oven? Can you put our suitcases in the loft? I get frustrated. I can't do these things because he does building work. He thinks that's his blue job. And I'm sometimes like, if you leave the ladder out, I'll put them in the loft. No, I'll do it. And if he doesn't do it, do I think he feels guilty? No.
But until we make them feel guilty.
No. When did I make him feel? No. But when we nearly split up once, I was like, you're going to end up really lonely. I think he did feel guilty. That could be guilty.
Yeah. I do think
with the children.
So. Yeah.
So guilt follows you all round. Whatever you do,
it's a natural feeling you feel, and especially as a mother, I think scientifically it's a hormone that we release, and it's because we feel that we want to be with our kids 24/7. Like, well, sometimes, not all the time, but they come from us, don't they? So we want to protect them all the time. However, we still need to remember protecting ourselves.
Yeah, and I don't think it's something you choose to be guilty. It's something that's given to us. And when we keep putting everybody first, you lose your boundaries and you're not prioritising yourself, then naturally it creeps in. But I think one thing we do need to learn is to prioritise ourselves. And that's the whole point of this podcast, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think it is one of the main things of also feeling burnout, because you're trying to please everyone. You feel guilty for not going to that event, this event, or whatever.
Yeah, I do feel guilty for, I should just say,
or sometimes
cancelling an event.
And then, you know what? But why do we do it? We cancel it because we're burnt out, and we sometimes, for me even, I can't face people. Like, I just need to have quiet time, which is one of the reasons why I moved house, because my house was in such an open area. Like, whereas now I feel a bit more secluded, which, yes, you could call me alone. I've still got neighbours and stuff, but I need that calm down time because I'm around
to
people
recharge
all the time.
Energy.
I need to recharge my energy. And I think, like, we can look at in things in so many ways, but I feel like we sometimes need to just stop, look at ourselves and give ourselves a pat on the back and just say, like, do you know what? Like, we're smashing it.
It's nothing to feel guilty about, because have no regrets.
Someone that can tell you that, because someone said to me the other day, I was like, I must get this weight off. I'm really trying after having a baby. And I am actually really trying. I'm training and everything. And they were like, give yourself a break, Isla. They really shouted at me, but in a good, positive way. They were like, you have just produced a human. And I was like, oh my God, I have. And like, I then was like, oh my God, why am I overthinking all of this? And why am I, doing all of this? I should just like take my time.
Take your time. I mean, it does help to make you feel better when you do take time for yourself, and makes you more patient and you show up differently. But I just think it's knowing when we start having that that circle of thought in our heads, just to try and stop it and just think,
the minute you feel it,
yeah,
just eliminate it and be like, look, I'm worthy, I'm strong.
the affirmations.
I listen to affirmations every day, actually.
Do you remember I sent you one? It was the wealth affirmation. Actually, I need to listen to it again. It was also, I wanted to do 30 days of it, and it was the ocean, and loads of stuff came into my life and it was working. So they're great subliminals when you're sleeping that you don't hear, and it does change your thought process. Also, reading an audiobook. So I've been reading Emma Greed's. It's the best book of the year I've read. I've actually engaged in it. I haven't got bored. And actually listening to somebody else's perspective of how she's got to where she's got to, I don't think she sort of, and she says it in a different way, so you don't feel guilty.
Yeah. And I feel like that is something that everybody should take with them today.
Yeah.
Try not
reframe the guilt. Is that what I wanted to say?
Reframe the
guilt. So, I mean, what's one thing you could all do as a mum this week without feeling bad? I would sit with yourself and just do it.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to the cinema.
And then Mum's away all next week.
Yeah, I've asked you to look after the baby for an hour because I wanted to get my treatments done. So yeah, I'm doing
and actually
that
one day
just
I
to make myself feel better.
3 hours. It's a 3-hour slot. I love this. I'm going to read a book. I don't want to do any work. I don't want to do any emails.
I think you should do it. Let's talk about it on the next podcast.
Yeah, let's see if we do it. Because yesterday I was craving just to have a bit of me time.
On Burnt Out Mummas to
reading a book. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I just wanted to read a book.
Well, I tried to do that the other day, and I got.
There's no way.
I was like, can you please keep the children downstairs with you for an hour? I just need an hour to switch off.
And they all come up, don't they?
They literally, after 20 minutes, I was like, Mummy, what are you listening to on your earphones? Can I listen to K-pop? I was like, no, go downstairs to your dad. No, I want to
you're doing well.
You.
I don't think I had any of that time up until they've gone to school.
We had the baby, but then I only just come.
The football comes on, and then they just wander up.
They switch off, and the kids are in.
That's it. Game over. Game over.
We will get there, ladies, and whoever else is listening.
So if you are listening today, reframe the guilt, and I just wouldn't feel bad about it, to be honest. So if you've been listening to this thinking that's exactly how I feel, just know you're not selfish for needing space. You're not a bad mum for wanting time for yourself, and you're just someone who gives a lot and needs something back.
And it's so true. And maybe guilt doesn't mean like, you're looking into it too much. It's, giving it to someone and just taking that pressure
taking it off. So just if this has resonated, send it to another mum. We're all exhausted.
I know,
who needs to hear it.
You've got to laugh about it.
We've got some great guests coming on. We've had the Mum Club. I think she's coming on next week, or she's been on last week, and we've got some famous guests coming on. We're not going to mention their names. So we'll see you next week, same time, same chaos. Love, Paisley and Isla. Have a great Friday. Bye.
If you're loving the show, don't forget to download our latest episodes. It helps us a ton by boosting the show and making sure more people find us.
Plus, you can listen anytime, anywhere, even offline.
And while you're at it, make sure to follow us on Spotify so you never miss a new drop.
Want even more behind-the-scenes content? Follow us on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok at Burnt Out Mummas, one word, for exclusive clips, updates and fun extras.
Hit that follow button, send us a message, and let's keep the Burnt Out Mummas community going.